Hello, my beautiful being of love and light, and welcome to Ascend Feminine channel. My name is Nikki, and I create videos that help you allow higher states of consciousness so you can remember what you truly are: God consciousness, bliss. Today, we're gonna do a Q&A. I do this almost once a week or every 2 weeks, depending on how much bliss I feel to work or just be. But if you have questions and you wish to ask me a question, you can send it through my Instagram DMs. You can find my Instagram handle in the comments or through my Facebook group as well. So let's start with question number 1. Hey Nikki, I have a question for a video idea. I am increasing the amounts of joy in my now moment. That's amazingly beautiful. Through learning some processes of embracing and forgiving my shadow past versions of self. I love hearing your process. What's your tips for this? How long to spend on it? Regular practice or just a phase of growth? Embracing and forgiving the past versions of yourself. It's not you. Just coming from the realization that you are not your past version of self. You are not the being that woke up this morning and brushed his or her teeth. You are a different being every moment. So whenever you are tapping back into a memory or something that brings you pain in your now moment, you're just replaying the same frequency, which is going to bring you that reality. Sometimes it's good to heal, go through a process of seeing your part in the situation, of coming into the realization that you chose those lessons and you chose those catalysts for your own ascension and soul journey. Everything was in perfect timing. Everything was meant to happen for you to be where you are right now and for you to have the knowingness and also the desire to transcend those limiting beliefs, distortions, or karmic propensities. So for you to know that that's gone, the only thing that ever exists is the now moment. So you can try to do some shadow work or forgive yourself, forgive the past, go through the memory and bring awareness to it, bring love to it, change the scene, forgive yourself, forgive others, knowing that it was all an agreement that was arranged even before you come here to Earth. It's like if you were backstage with all these beings that were meant to provoke you or trigger you or cause some type of pain, which you are forever free. You have never been hurt. You have never experienced pain. Your timelessness, foreverness, infinite being has never been harmed. You could never be harmed. But the small self, the baby self, the ego, or your physical vessel that experienced pain, it was an agreement that those beings were meant to trigger you or move you for you to grow in consciousness. So just come from the realization that it's all a play of consciousness for you to transcend those distortions and realize that you are not that pain. Don't repeat the same scene over and over. Go back to it, forgive, give love to it. Remember that you chose those lessons. Surrender, and every time you feel a contraction or a trigger from past traumas or situations, know that you can never be affected, you can never be moved, because you are the timelessness, infinity, foreverness of your highest self. You are God consciousness. You are source. You are not the body. You are not the contraction. You are not the experience. Release. It is gone. It is done. It is the past. There's not even a now from the highest realization. It's just the unfoldment of potentialities every moment. You could never be harmed. What is that you that is listening to my voice right now? What is that you that anything can happen in the outside world, but has never changed, has never been moved, and has been forever blissful? That's what you really are. That source consciousness, that God consciousness, that one particle that remains the same every moment. And whenever you truly release that past and you don't try to make so much shadow work, so much payoff on trying to heal and heal and heal, just do it once and receiving some love. Just do it once and let go of it. Okay. How do I get in tune with my highest self? Just ask to receive messages from higher self. Close your eyes and see the thoughts that you have brought to this moment as rising and passing, as if they are being stored in a cloud or coffin that is above your head. You're going to imagine all the thoughts going into this coffin, going into this cloud, and allow for your body to feel lighter and lighter, lighter and lighter. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath. Say, I am open to receive messages from my higher self. I surrender my positionalities. I surrender my beliefs. I surrender distortions. I surrender what I think I am. And I am open for the wisest voice of all that is to shine through me and speak through me. Now, from this space, you can ask any question, and what is going to come true, write it down. You can write a conversation in a blog note in your computer as your adult self or your baby self, your human avatar, asking a question to higher self. And then whatever comes true after you do this process of releasing the thoughts into a coffin or a cloud above your head, whatever comes through, it's going to be the information from your higher self. Learn to trust it. Learn to ask more questions. You're always guided. You're always protected. You are your highest self. Hi, Nikki. What are some affirmations I can do while meditating to open myself for financial freedom? I think I have a block for this, as I know it is right there for me, but I cannot access it. You're already financially free. The best way and the easiest way to achieve or allow, because it's not an achievement, it's just allowance of financial freedom, is to follow your excitement. You all came here to earth with a divine blueprint, a purpose, something that you will do better than anyone else, your essence. When you learn to trust that and release, doesn't matter what's going to happen tomorrow, doesn't matter how I'm going to make money out of this, how things are going to work out. When you really are in your excitement, you just go for it, moment to moment, with the knowingness that what brings you the most joy is just playing with your excitement, playing with that one thing that you can do that will spark people's lives, something that you enjoy, people experiencing that thing that you enjoy. And then the financial freedom will come. Because you see, money is just life force energy. Money is not even... You don't even need the money to allow things to come into your life. You can instantly manifest anything into your reality by being in your highest excitement moment to moment, and that way your hologram of reality, your outer world, will bring to you the people, the resources, the opportunities, the friendships, the contacts that are going to take you to the next level of consciousness and open new doors, open new portals for you to allow this financial freedom that can also come in the form of money. But you don't really need the money to be free. You are already forever free. Just follow your highest excitement and do something that brings you joy, being of service to other beings. If your highest excitement is to do yoga, then your purpose for achieving or allowing that financial freedom would be people experiencing the blissful poses of yoga or the feelings of release whenever you finish a yoga practice. So follow that excitement and trust that you are already free. Because when you're in that flow of doing what you really love, everything that you need or want will come to you. I am forever free. That's an affirmation you can use. I am always allowing for my highest excitement to guide me to what's my purpose here on earth. And I trust that by following my highest excitement, everything is going to be provided for me. I trust relentlessly, blindly, that I'm always protected and guided by my highest self. And whatever I choose to do, if it's in my highest excitement, it's going to be in flow. And I'm going to allow that freedom for myself because I have always been free. I am forever free. Okay. Feel feeling lighter and lighter, feeling an allowance of higher energies. First, thank you for your bright light. I have always just lived my life in the moment, but lately my focus seems to be on aging. Like my time is going to run out before I get to live my life like I imagine it to be. Have no major health issues that I'm aware of. So why do I worry so much? I don't feel like I'm evolving in life or even spiritually. I just feel stuck. I just have so much to do before I leave this planet. And worrying that I won't get those things done is driving me crazy. Then realizing one day that I've wasted so much time. My question is, how do I change that way of thinking? You're just mentalizing too much. There's nothing you need to change. You just need to take action in the direction of your joy. Exactly what I answered in the previous question. Release all those thoughts, all those distortions. Writing all of that, thinking all of that, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel free, liberated, like the source consciousness that you truly are? Or it makes you feel contracted? If it doesn't make you feel free and liberated and expansive and abundant, it means it's not truth. So you don't need to entertain those thoughts. The more and more you practice following your emotional guidance system, whenever you entertain a thought or an idea, which you're not the thought, you're not the idea, you're the source consciousness. You're not even the vessel, the body. You can see the thoughts passing by through you in bold letters, like if they were just coming out of your consciousness like a screen. Whoop, and you're like, that's interesting. That was an interesting thought. But you don't identify with the thought. And if you wish to do something that excites you, then go for it. Identify what is that thing that excites you and just follow that excitement, knowing that it's meant for you to be free, forever blissful. I would be really grateful if you would answer my question. How do you deal with toxic narcissists that you have to deal with? Thank you. You deal with the toxic narcissist because you say you have to deal with. You are placing yourself in that situation by reaffirming to yourself that you need to deal with this being. It's just a lesson. It's just a catalyst for you to love yourself. Realize that that's just a projection of the amount of self-love you have for yourself. When you truly love yourself unconditionally, you trust that this projection is just a test that is providing you with the opportunity to raise your consciousness, to say, thank you so much, hologram of reality, for showing me what I need to transcend. I choose to release this relationship because I value myself, I honor myself, I love myself, and I trust that something better is going to come my way. So you don't need to deal with the being if you don't wish to deal with the being, unless you choose to believe you need to deal with the being. See how powerful you are? You're creating that reality for yourself. Deconstruct it and create a new one. You're always creating reality. You have all the power to deconstruct and rebuild your whole hologram game of consciousness out of belief and intention. And the more you practice that, the more you release the relationships, the beings, the work that no longer serve you. And you start following that excitement moment to moment, and you see how everything unfolds, how everything manifests. You start getting confidence. And then you know that you can always attract or project a person that's going to be a perfect match with the level of consciousness that you're allowing yourself to be in. It's all a game. You're just passing through lessons. It's all a game. It's fun. Are we as humans helping to advance and evolve God and God consciousness and God being, or is God already complete and we are simply experiencing the facets of its completeness? Oh, I love this question. Yes. God is already complete. You're already God consciousness. You're already in enlightenment. You just need to remove the distortions or the blocks or the cloudy states of being that haven't allowed you to know and realize and remember that you are already that God consciousness. You are already that bliss. You are already all that is. You are the source of every creation. You are what created the planets, the universes. You spread it yourself in different tiny atoms and particles that created all the aspects of yourself because you knew that you wanted to have an experience of relating with yourself. It's all a game. You wanted to have these experiences. You wanted to learn lessons through other self. And then whenever you exhaust the experiences, because you exhaust your desires, then you can go back to that one particle, that source consciousness that you are. One atom of light, huge atom of light, brilliant white light. And step even beyond that into the awareness beyond the I am God consciousness and being that nothingness. You're already complete. You're already whole. You're already free. You are bliss. Okay. How do you deal with blocks? Thank you so much, hologram of reality, for showing me what I need to transcend. Anything that's a block or a movement. Right now, it's just like a simultaneous knowing. Whenever something moves my baby self, I also have my highest self letting me know that that's just a test, or that's an opportunity to up level in my game of reality. So I give a gratitude, because gratitude neutralizes that distortion. I say, am I willing to surrender? 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 Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. And then I create an opposite affirmation to that block, so I can reaffirm my new belief that's going to project that reality for myself. So for example, if you have a block, like was mentioned in the question before, of financial freedom, and then you look at your bank account and you get a contraction because it's not where you want it to be. You have less life force energy that you want to see manifested in your reality. You go and you say, thank you so much, hologram of reality, for showing me what I need to transcend. Am I willing to surrender my distortion of lack? Am I willing to surrender my distortion of lack? Am I willing to surrender my distortion of lack? Yes, I am willing. Yes, I am willing. Yes, I am willing. Yes, I am willing. And then you say, I am completely abundant. I am financially free. I am life force energy. I am walking money. I am walking life force energy. And if I know I am abundance, then whatever I choose to do will be a reflection of that abundance. And then you keep repeating, and then you remove that block. That's just a permission slip. It's a practice. It's a tool, but it's really quick and effective. So you can use that one. The easiest way is just to remember 100% that you are the source of all abundance, because you are God consciousness. I was just reading something on disassociation. Can you connect that with vulnerability and spirituality? Just show yourself to your other selves. There's no such thing as vulnerability anymore. Everything's known in the infinite quantum field of consciousness. Just be what you are. Every being is just being the perfect being that they are in that moment. Just the unfoldment of that state of being, of that state of consciousness. So if you allow yourself to be truly you 100% and show yourself completely to the other aspects of you or the other beings that you're projecting in your reality, then you're going to have much more fun in the process of ascending levels of consciousness, in the process of playing the game of planet Earth. So when you trust and you know that you can just be the best of what you are, every beautiful flower, it's the perfect beautiful flower unfolding in that moment. You're just a reflection of that what you are. You're just consciousness expressing itself from which you have created and manifested in that moment until you allow a higher state. So there's no such thing as being vulnerable. Just be truly you every moment in your process of ascension, in your process of allowing and remembering that you are God consciousness. And you're going to have much more fun in this game of relating with other beings, because there is no block. There is nothing you need to protect yourself from. You're already free. You're already complete. There's no danger. There's no judgment. Everything's just love and light. And when you express that love and light by accepting truly what you are in that moment and showing yourself to your other selves, then you're going to see that your other selves, meaning the friends, beings, relationships that you're going to project into your hologram, they are going to be so loving and so accepting of you because you are them. Because when you accept yourself, you reflect beings that accept and love you because you are them. So just be the best of what you are every moment. Hey, I feel as if I need some of your wisdom on a situation that I was presented with. So basically, I found my twin flame, and I'm certain of it. But they haven't realized, or maybe don't want to realize, that I'm that as well. And it's really getting to my head. So I would appreciate the wisdom. Thank you. There's no such thing as you realize that someone is your twin flame and they don't know it yet. I don't associate with the term twin flame because that's just a humanly constructed concept. It seems to me that it's more of an attachment to a being, or projecting a sort of relationship or relating into a being because of the wanting of that feeling of that love through another. But the only thing that you truly need to do is to find unconditional love in yourself and be the best of what you are, as in the past question, every moment, following that excitement, and then you become love itself. You become unconditional love. And then whatever being that you wish to attract for a loving relationship, partnership, or if you choose to keep calling it the twin flame, then it's going to come into your reality. And you don't need to convince anyone that they are your twin flame, or you realize them and they didn't realize them. It's just a distortion in our game that you're playing with yourself because it's fun for you in this potentiality, in this moment. Realize that you're love itself, you're unconditional love. And start projecting that unconditional love by doing something that brings you into that state. And then you're gonna manifest that loving relationship. And you don't need to convince or feel that the other being haven't realized that they should choose you because it's meant to be that way. You're gonna be so busy just being happy by being you and being in that unconditional love of your beingness and your joy and your excitement, that unconditional love will follow you, will be magnetized to you. Love will chase you. And then you're going to be the one that's going to be like, I'm not sure if that's my twin flame. Wonderful. Thank you for your question. Do you believe that we need to transcend both light and darkness to something more beautiful? The Trinity, a flow into the most vibrant colors. Yes, 100%. Yes, transcend both light and darkness. Darkness is just the contrast. It's just the experiences that allow you to remember that you're actually the light. You're just love, light, and awareness. So when you remember that, you see every less preferable emotion or situation that you call darkness, but it's just a less preferable state, or it's just a lesson or a catalyst as an opportunity for your growth and your ascension and the allowance of more light and the remembering of God consciousness that you are. And then whenever you exhaust the experiences and the desires that you wish to see manifested in this lifetime, then you release the body and you can choose to stay in that God consciousness or come back and have another incarnation if you wish. But if you know that you can never die, you can never truly die because what you truly are is just the consciousness, then why not have the most fun in your incarnation and do whatever you wish to do every moment, because you are infinite, you're eternal, you're foreverness, you're timelessness. Have fun. And have fun playing your lessons and transcending the experiences. Or not, just enjoy the experience until you exhaust your desire, and then a new desire may come until you decide to just leave the body. I love what you're doing. What are your personal practices? I said, thank you. What do you mean by practices? I guess you would say ways to connect to the divine. Sitting in silence is one of mine. You seem to have a legitimate and authentic voice, so I am intrigued. Thank you so much for your curiosity. I just live in a constant state of contemplation, so every moment I just allow the next potentiality to unfold. Right now I don't have any specific practice, I just am, and I follow my bliss and my excitement every moment. I allow for myself, God consciousness, to surprise me with my manifestations and exhaust experiences until I desire new experiences and a new theme comes into my reality. So I guess the only practice that I would suggest is follow your bliss, because you are bliss. Follow your excitement and try to stay in a state of contemplation. And the best way to reach that is through meditation. Past version of self did a lot of meditation for a couple years. And now it's just embedded in my state of being that my life is just this contemplation, where everything that I see is just 4K, magic, magnificent. I can see the colors vibrant, enhanced, and everything just seems dreamlike and funny-like and cartoon. And it's just because I did so much this practice of staying in the meditation, not just meditating, but whenever I was done, I was like, I want to keep this state during my day. So every time you're doing something, try to bring mindfulness to it. When you're speaking to a friend, when you're cutting the onion to make a salad, when you're showering, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're working, be mindful and feel like this is a meditation. If this is a meditation, how would I do this? Would I be more present? Would I enjoy more my salad? Would I work with joy? Would I change my career? Would I change my friends? Be mindful in everything that you do and design your life in a way that is in alignment with your highest excitement, because that's your highest self letting you know this is the path. I feel we aren't supposed to be 5D all the time. We are here to experience, contrast, and grow from it. What are your thoughts from this? Yes, if that's what you wish. You can experience contrast and 5D consciousness at the same time, unity consciousness, and just trying to allow more of what you truly are, which is this light. Doesn't mean that you're not going to go through bumpy roads sometimes if you're learning lessons and you're unfolding karmic potentialities. Doesn't mean that you need to force yourself into being bliss all the time. You can have that realization that you truly are bliss, and while allowing more of that realization to penetrate your consciousness and your reality, then you go through your lessons with joy and play and excitement and just being like, oh, new lesson, oh, new catalyst, oh, new being, oh, new distortion. And you have fun with the process, even if in the moment it seems like a contraction, or I don't want to go through this, or why am I having this suffering now? You're having this suffering because you want to have the suffering, because you can never truly suffer, because you are that God consciousness that is forever untouched, forever infinite, forever free. So you can have that contrast, and you can realize that the contrast is just a way for you to learn more about yourself and relate to other selves, so you can learn the lesson to allow higher states of consciousness. Don't resist it. Whenever you go through a contrast, give gratitude to the contrast, because it's showing you something you need to transcend, and then keep allowing and projecting your preference reality in alignment with your highest excitement. It's super fun. It is fun. I haven't been able to sleep lately. I've been getting lots of downloads. I'm wondering if that's normal in the awakening process. Yes, it's completely normal. When I was receiving my first downloads and activations and Kundalini energy, I was waking up a lot in the middle of the night. Usually your nervous system is not ready to receive that much light, that much higher consciousness. So it's adapting to it, and I used to receive electric shocks. I still get them. But now my sleep is more normalized, so just allow it. If you wake up with new ideas, new downloads, new messages, just write it down, have your cell phone or a notepad, and be like, oh, just higher self just told me this. So you remember, because sometimes you can wake up and be like, oh, I'm too tired. No, write everything down. And also what comes through is that it's an amazing opportunity for you to do lucid dreaming. When I was getting activated, I woke up so much that I just got so into lucid dreaming. And it's because when you're in this state in the middle of the night, it's so easily for you to get images. So you can ask higher self, you can present yourself in my dreams, show me messages through my dreams, and just write all your dreams down, with the excitement that you felt, with the emotions, with the visuals, with the beings that you saw. And every time it's just going to get more vivid and more enhanced, and it's just so wonderful. So much fun you can have playing with lucid dreaming and downloads and these activations. Also, you can use magnesium. That's what I'm using now, because every time I feel even more ecstatic, I feel even higher states of bliss and ecstasy. Yes, so my heart center is also opening up, and then I feel light. My body is so floaty. So for me not to pop out of the matrix, I'm taking more magnesium. And eat raw foods. Foods are full of life force energy. Try to do juicing, try to eat really raw salads. The lighter and the more, not cooked foods, but cold foods is going to be good for your system to adapt for more light. And eventually your sleep schedule is going to go back to normal. So that's your answer, loves. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. If you have questions for me, you can send them through my DMs or through my Facebook group. The links are in the comments. And also, we just launched a guided meditation site, voidvibrations.com. You can find also the link in the comments. We're going to be posting 2 new meditations every week in female and male voice. And I'm really excited for this manifestation and this beautiful site that's going to allow you to embed and embody these higher states of consciousness through these wonderful meditations. So thank you so much for your presence. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next inspiration.